Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the morning roast. And I am, of course, Sugar Chris, and I am on time today. Feeling pretty good. Although I accidentally, every time I play that intro, I make sure to be doing something else while it's playing because I get embarrassed when I see because it's full of like in jokes and Pale Riders drawings of me in a dress and all that stuff. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, what do guests think every time they come on here and see that thing?
I love it.
I think Red did it to embarrass me because he made it for me. So I always play it. I could never not play it. But gosh, sometimes I'm like, oh man,
That theme song is better than coffee, man.
yeah, it does wake you up.
It does wake you up. Gets
Uh,
the blood flowing.
Speaking of which, Pale Rider's already lurking in the chat and put in the
Oh,
link to the Kickstarter.
I know that project.
Thank you, sir. Hey, we got Ollie from 656.
How's it
Uh,
going, Ollie?
yeah, need to have you on sometime again, Ollie. Talk about all those cool, about all your success in getting your comic in the stores and such. We got King of the Squibs. It's all hail the Squib Nation.
All hail.
Hail, hail. And he was recently giving me shit over not having Carla on. I'm sorry, Squibs. I tried. She said she was going to come on, and then she didn't. She said she got real busy with her youngins. I'm going to try another time. If I can get her to come back, try again, I will. All right. So, Mr. Clay, it has been quite some time since we had you on with us.
It's been too
Um,
long.
it has. It has. So I guess first we should start with asking you if you'd like to do an introduction of yourself to the group, since there's so many. We've recently got a lot of new folks.
Yeah, that's awesome. I see you've been growing the subscriber base, which is fantastic. Yeah. Sure. I'll give an introduction. My name is Clay Adams. I am a writer and an actor. As an actor, I'm known mostly for my voiceover work. I played Cody Jones on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Fast Forward, as well as Crow Hogan and Jesse Anderson on Yu-Gi-Oh! And then I've done primetime, feature film, daytime, commercials. I've been acting for a long time. And then in the comic space, I have a book called Red Xmas from Scout Comics. I have my own imprint, Fried Comics. We did a Western horror comedy called Deadskins that did well on Kickstarter a few years ago. And now I'm back with the second issue of Blazing Blade of Frankenstein, which is gothic horror meets sword and sorcery.
Gosh dang it, Clay. I was I thought I was talking to just a nice indie creator guy. Yeah, I didn't know I had a celebrity here.
Ah, shucks. I downplay it. I'm famous to about three people.
Yeah. Gosh, dang it. So, we got Soul. He says he's running a little late, but almost made it. He says, "Hey, Chris,
Hey.
play a chat." Yeah, you can tell he's running late because he don't have a fancy intro for us in the chat there like he normally does. Uh, yeah, I've only ever got to talk to a voice actor only a couple of times there. I think once at a con and stuff.
Yeah.
They've always been pretty nice, but it's how does that work? Do you just record the lines at home and then just send it to them?
Yeah, honestly, these days, yes. Back in the day when I first started doing voiceover, it was all in a studio. You had to go, the for the animation stuff, like that was all at a studio on 23rd Street, New York. You had to physically be there. In fact, I left Yu-Gi-Oh partway through a season because my family was moving for a variety of reasons, but we were leaving New York, and I said, "Hey, can I record this from home?" And they were like, "No," because I knew like one of the Ninja Turtles recorded from Los Angeles, and he was not physically there. But they were at that time, and this was like mid 2000s. They were not super keen to have somebody record remotely. So I left the show, wasn't affiliated with it for a very long time, and then a few years ago they contacted me. My character was coming back, and they wanted to know, would I be willing to record from my closet in Atlanta? And the technology now is just so good. You get like a nice little mic. Like I just have a Blue Yeti, and I'm recording on GarageBand, and I send the stuff over, to the engineer as soon as I'm done, and they're like, "It sounds like you're in the studio with us." So it's pretty amazing what you can do now.
Hmm.
And I don't do a whole lot of voiceover these days, but every now and then I'll do something, just record in the closet, and it's nice and easy, man. You can't beat it.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like it could potentially just be easy money there. Just go ahead and say a few words, boom, pay me, baby.
Yeah, it's tough. Like it's more mentally stressful than anything else because you're like, oh, like I'm stuffed up today, or like, for whatever reason my voice isn't warming up, and like that's always stressful. But the work itself, it's like you're just playing and you're talking, and it's not working in the coal mines. I'll tell you that.
Feels yeah. So it sounds pretty similar to like how YouTube is doing the recording and stuff like that. And because
Yeah.
for me, that's this whole thing is I'm not much of a social. I was never much of a social person, so getting used to this was rough.
Yeah.
But then I've started recently trying to make more content, make more videos for people, and that's been like because I keep trying to do it all in one take and stuff, and I'm just like, oh man,
Oh
I
yeah.
feel I feel tired sometimes of dealing with it.
It takes a lot of energy. Like it takes a lot of it, and sometimes I'd just be, especially if you record for a couple hours straight, you just waste it afterwards. Keeping that energy up the whole time.
Well, now Soul's putting the link in. He took over. He took over
Nice.
from Pale Rider.
Thank you,
Oh,
Soul.
we got Fanta. Hey, Fanta.
Hey, Fanta.
Let's see. Oh no. Pale Rider says he's back from promoting. Oh no. Every time he promotes to help, he tags in like I don't know everybody. He one time he tagged in Donald Trump. Another time he was tagging in a bunch of porn stars. Another time he was tagging in. He just tags in these random people.
You never know who's gonna like comics. Trump and porn stars might be very into Blazing Blade of Frankenstein.
They might, I guess.
You
Yeah.
never know.
What was the last time he had? Linda Carter, the Wonder Woman actress, he tagged in there the other day,
Oh
and the
yeah.
Hercules actor, Sorbo.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, every time I turn around, he's doing that. It's like he never try. He always finds a way to try and embarrass me. We got Trend Sonic TV. Hello, hello.
Nice. Hey there.
Good to have you with us. Sugar is a social butterfly confirmed. Okay, yeah, sure. Sugar Chris from Hermit to Red Dress Party Star.
That's right.
Yeah, so we recently got a bunch of subs because that Umbrella guy came on the show and gave us a
Oh.
shout out to try to get us over because I've always made the promise that if I got over 1,000 subs, I'd go down to New Orleans and do the red dress run.
Yeah. Oh, is that why you were in a red dress in the opening?
Yes.
Nice. Nice. So
Well,
so did you do it?
well, I just recently got over 1,000. The run itself don't happen until August,
Oh, okay. All right.
so I got to wait for that. So, but now I've got to go find a dress and
You
do
got
all
to go.
this
Yeah,
stuff.
you got to
And I
get
got to
fitted.
go down. Oh man, and that's going to be the longest trip I think I've ever made. I think it's like 9 hours with, and you got to take a plane and stuff. I'm like, oh man, what did I
Oh
get
yeah.
myself into? I barely leave the house. Oh boy. Yeah, and that's where like Transonic has came from. So
Nice.
Tug was really nice for doing that for me. Like I'm over 1,600 subscribers now. I was at like 400.
Hey,
So
that's
so,
nice.
yeah, I can't complain. But let's see. Let me bring up the Blazing Bleed. There we go. I've done enough jabberjawing, waiting for people to come in.
Seems like you got a good viewership here.
Yeah, a few people came in. I'm sure more will come in as time goes on. Yeah, so we've got Blazing Blade of Frankenstein 1 and 2 on the Kickstarter. You still got the 17 days, so folks still have some time to get some money going.
Plenty of time left on the clock.
Oh yeah, we got. Oh, Clay doesn't know I doubt it. It's been a long time since he joined us, so if I've told him, he's probably forgot.
I got to look into this. I got to check this out.
So, well, that's one of the things. If we get a backer, I'm probably going to end up having to tell you.
Okay. All right. Well,
So I got to
let's.
keep an eye on it.
All right. You've listen out there in internet land. You've heard the challenge. If we get a backer, he's going to tell me the story.
Oh, they love to make me do it. Oh God, because then I get embarrassed telling these stories. See, look, there he goes. I'll be back. I'll try and promote more. The writer loves it. He's just like, yeah, let's make Chris miserable. Oh, so what is Blazing Blade of Frankenstein here?
Yeah, so it's sword and sorcery meets gothic horror as Frankenstein battles monsters for the fate of a savage land. It's kind of like it basically casts Frankenstein as like a Conan the Barbarian type. Um,
Okay.
that's the standard cover by interior art team of Kyle Roberts and Ilaria Kioka, and it's pretty sweet. And yeah. So the idea behind this is that like it's a sequel to Frankenstein, the novel. And at the end of the book, Frankenstein's like going off to the Arctic to commit suicide. And I just thought, well, what if he instead accidentally stumbles through a portal to another world? And so I decided to keep playing in the realm of public domain fiction. And Alan Moore's League of Extraordinary Gentlemen has a lot of public domain stuff in it. But one thing that really kind of piqued my interest was this idea of the Blazing World, which was like an old novel, I think from like the 1600s, one of the first fantasy novels ever. And in it, like this woman goes through this portal and she discovers like this whole world with man animal hybrids, and she orders them all into this society and teaches them to stop fighting and be peaceful. And it's like not a particularly good novel, but it does provide like a pretty cool setting and characters. And I thought, well, what if after that novel, maybe another big bad from the realm of public domain fiction came in and took it over, and now Frankenstein has to fight to get it back. And that's sort of the whole idea. But it's basically like Conan or the Warlord meets Frankenstein.
Oh yeah, that sounds wild. You're taking different like you said, like kind of old properties and mixing them in.
Yeah, just kind of
Fun
mixing and
little
matching.
story. Yeah, that sounds fun.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Were you a big fan of Conan?
You know, I only recently got into Conan. I was more of a Warlord guy. DC Comics, Mike Grell. I loved those comics, and I recently started buying them again. You know, I used to have like a full run, and then of course it's such a dumb hobby. Like you sell all these things at some point, and then as a grown man, you
Come
start
back.
rebuying everything at much higher prices, right? And so that's what I'm doing. So I'm rebuying all the Warlords. So really this actually came out of a love of Warlord. But as I was as I was sort of researching and stuff, of course I had to check out Conan, and so really just kind of recently started digging like the original stories, the Robert E. Howard, and then of course the Marvel, Roy Thomas, Barry Windsor Smith, John Buscema. Started really getting into that, and then checking out some of the Dark Horse stuff, and in fact, some of the a lot of these stories are kind of inspired by the Conan stuff. Like, is there a Red Sonja in there? Well, possibly a Red Sonja type, maybe. We'll see. I don't want to spoil anything, but maybe. I know what you people like. Yeah, so Conan, like, some of these stories are inspired by the original Conan stories. Like, the first issue is sort of loosely inspired by the Frost Giant's daughter. which is a Conan story. This issue is sort of loosely based on the Scarlet Citadel, and I say loosely based because it's not like I'm taking these stories and like directly translating them, but I'm just
Yeah.
taking elements that are and using them as inspiration. The
Mhm.
next issue is kind of inspired by Queen of the Black Coast. So there's definitely like there's a lot of Conan baked into this DNA, but it's filtered through my lens and you know, different. But if you like those things, I think you'll like this too.
Yeah. Making sure you'll give your own touch.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's see what's everybody saying there, real quick. See if there's anything. No. Oh, we got the link again. Thank you, Soul.
Yeah, check that out because we got to get a backer so Chris can tell me this story.
We should call it RDL, right? Oh no. RDL, anyone? Let's see. No. We're not reading into your videos, Pale Rider. They're probably fake news anyway. So Red Sonja in there. Clay, when done with the pitch, you actually have a book called The Man with the Metal Dick.
Yeah, I can tell you about that one if you want. Yeah, Pregnant Bitches of War was one of the first comics I did with Alexander O. Philippe. He's my co-writer on most of the Fried comic stuff. And that's sort of like a Tarantino novel about like 6 pregnant women who are sucked from the time stream by Nikola Tesla. They accidentally kill a young Hitler and then make the world worse. And so now they've got to save the world from a hell of their own creation before their water breaks. And yes, so the new arc is called World War Bitch. We've got we're on our 3rd issue out of 4 that we crowdfunded last year, and yes, there is a character called the Man with the Metal Dick. You must have found our James Bond homage cover. That's where that comes from.
Yeah, I feel like you were either getting ready to launch one of the Pregnant Bitches of War, or you had just launched it the last time you were on.
Yeah. We're usually launching something.
You're always busy. Oh.
I try.
Spoilers. Oh, I don't know if I should show it. We're going to go for it, though.
Go for it.
Oh, it looks...
We don't care about spoilers.
That was one thing I did like. Now, Warlord was one I've never got to really watch or read it. I've always seen it, because I've always seen the ads and books I've read. Or I think the last con I went to, there was a bunch of them in like a 50-cent bin, and I was like, I should pick that up, and then I didn't.
They're really cheap, and I don't know why, because they're fantastic. And Mike Grell, the art is phenomenal, and he's a great writer. I think one of these days DC is going to figure out what they have on their hands. Like a few years ago, everybody was like, we need to find a new Game of Thrones. What's the next Game of Thrones? And I'm like, you have it, Warner Brothers, in Warlord. This really could, I could definitely see it as like a Game of Thrones style TV show. And one day they're going to figure out what they have. They're going to make it. They're going to announce it. And then you will not find these in 50-cent bins anymore. They're going to be, you're going to be paying out the nose for it. So pick it up now. It's good stuff.
I mean, that's true. Like, what was it? Steve, or what's his name? James Gunn. There we go. Yeah. He pronounced all those people. I'm like, and one of the movies was that Creature Commandos. And I was like, oh, gosh dang it. Now those things are probably going to go up the price.
Yeah, they are. They're like everything. All-Star Superman, like everything he announced, all those books that they're based on are just skyrocketing in price. And that's what happens. And it's definitely going to happen with Warlord one day when they figure it out. Are you listening, James Gunn? Figure it out, buddy.
James Gunn, come on now.
I want the value of my Warlord collection to go up. Basically what I'm here for.
Yeah, I've always liked the idea of Creature Commandos, but I've never gotten the books. And I'm like, gosh dang it, now I'm never going to get them because they're going to be like super pricey.
If you're into digital stuff, they have that DC Universe Infinite app, and it's on there. They've got a collected edition, which I don't know if it's an actual book you can buy or if it's just digital.
Hmm. I don't know. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah.
Let's see. Soul says, I never heard before their water breaks in a pitch.
Well, you have to have a ticking clock in every pitch. There's got to be like the 24 aspect. The bomb's going to go off, and the baby being born. That's the bomb.
Uh,
Definitely felt like a bomb went off when my kids were born. I don't know about anybody else.
I've never had one. Well, I've had my niece. That's about it. I never had one of my own. Yeah.
Nothing is ever the same. That is our beautiful variant cover by Steph C. And if anybody is into metal covers, I know that's a big thing. We've got a metal cover of that. You can also get the non-metal version, but we got them in both.
Yeah. Always have your choices.
And then that's Tina Valentino. If you like pretty ladies in peril, Tina does them very well.
A lot of people like redheads.
Yeah.
So there you go.
So that might be was it Sonic who was asking about Red Sonja?
Yep.
Might be a little
There's this
Red Sonja-esque.
Yep, so
We definitely wanted that redhead in there.
all three covers. So you got your options here of what
You got options. We got options for everybody.
Oh, a mystery box.
Yeah, so
People,
with that you can get some
gamble.
rarities from the Fried Comics vault. So there might be like signed editions in there, variant covers, prints, any other goodies we feel like throwing out there. And then if you missed our first issue, we got plenty of catch-up tiers too.
Oh, okay.
You could get the standard covers, all the variants.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I remember these covers now. I remember seeing these.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we got metal, catch-ups, all kinds of stuff. Okay. And we're gonna do a Gemini then.
Yeah, that seems to be the best way to ship these things. A lot of people used to just kind of ship them in envelopes and then they'd show up like all beaten to hell.
yeah.
And,
Yeah.
people pay a lot of money for these things on Kickstarter, more than you might in a comic shop because you're funding the creation of the thing. And it's like, you deserve to get a book that doesn't show up all destroyed.
Yeah, I've had too many. When I first started doing the whole backings, we got. I had some people sending stuff through like hard envelopes or just not even hard envelopes, not even that sometimes. And it was
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? Because I'd get them and they'd just be like bent. Like,
Yeah, right. They don't put anything in there to protect it, and then I don't know about your mail carrier, but mine does not give a crap what condition anything
No.
shows up in.
No, it's like I'm not going to go and pay all this money and then get it, and it's like, okay, well, this this is nowhere near worth what I
Right.
paid because it's all damaged. Like I'm
'Cause
not
it's
going
all
to back you
damaged.
again if it's like that.
Right. And the thing is, like, I think most creators would probably like send you a new copy if you really asked and said something, but it is kind of like a pain in the butt on your part as a backer if you have to go back and be like, listen, man, I paid all this money and this thing came totally chewed up.
Yeah. Let's see.
So we try to get it right the first time, but if it still gets messed up, we'll fix it.
Sonic TV says she looks like the 50-foot woman.
Yeah, I think you're talking about that low. Yeah, it's like a low camera angle, so it's like the hero shot. She looks big.
Yeah, so lots of options on this one. And let me scroll back. Oh, wait.
Uh-oh.
Looks like we got some people, it looks like.
You got to tell me a story, man. It's
But
story
we-
time. Should I settle in, get a mug of hot chocolate?
Well, hold on here. Hold on. Now watch. They'll be like, look, he's trying to get out of it. I wanted to go over before because I know you don't got a ton of time. So I want to make sure to get some of this in before I go on some big long-winded thing.
All right, all right.
You do have stuff on Indiegogo.
Correct. Yes. So In Demand has. Thank you for the pledges, by the way, and I'm going to hold Sugar Chris to his promise. So don't think you pledged in vain. You're going to get some great comics and a fantastic story about a red dress. So I can't wait. But he's stalling for time, and so I will help him stall for time by talking about these Indiegogo campaigns. Indiegogo, if you're not familiar, it's got something called In Demand. It's a storefront. You can put campaigns up on In Demand after the Kickstarter campaign is over. I love doing that because I know not everybody likes to use certain platforms, or the payment systems on certain platforms don't work for them. And then, like, for me as a creator, one thing I like about Indiegogo that I wish Kickstarter would get on is that you can send secret links. So, like, I can what I usually try to do for people of the Kickstarter, like, if they, I know not everybody may not have the money to get a print copy, say, like, when the campaign is going on. So usually by the time the books come in, I will message all of my digital backers with a secret link to the Indiegogo that applies their Kickstarter funds for a digital copy towards a physical copy. So nobody else on the site can see that, but they're able, say they paid $5 for a digital copy, so I can send them a link that's like the book $5 off. So I can send people special deals. I like that. I like that people pay and know that their card is getting charged right away, and don't have to wonder, when is my card going to be charged for this thing? And, is it going to be bad timing? So I like to give people those options, and then, and the storefronts tend to stay open for, for a while. So right now what I have open is Dream Quest, which I can talk about in a minute. And then we do have the first issue of Blazing Blade, but you got those catch-up tiers on the Kickstarter, and so you can combine and save money with that. And I think Nightmare Theater 2 is still open. The rest are currently closed, but we'll have more PBOW coming.
Yeah, Deadskin's still open, it says.
Oh, is that still open? Yeah, 1 through 5. Okay, all right, that's still live. I guess that one's still doing well enough. They're keeping it open.
Yeah, because I thought like if you didn't sell nothing for so long, they close them, right?
They do, yeah, they do. But I guess Deadskins has done well enough that it's still with us. It's still alive.
In there on it.
which is apt for a show about, or a comic about
zombies.
Just
won't die.
Yeah, it just won't die. You can't keep it dead. It's true. And then Nightmare Theater 2 is a horror anthology that I just got the books in the other week. So it exists.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
Yeah, it's a real thing. That's an nice Emmanuel. Cover. Yeah, it's Emanuele Taglietti. He's an Italian master. He did a bunch of old Italian comics, but in fact, Dream Quest came out of Nightmare Theater 2. My studio mate and artist collaborator Mick Byers, he and I did an adaptation of Lovecraft's Beyond the Wall of Sleep. Very loose adaptation. The whole thing. So Nightmare Theater 2 is a love letter to horror movies. And so what we decided to do is like do that old Hollywood thing where you take a title of something and then like basically change everything else. So we do have this. It's the same characters. We use the same lore from Lovecraft's Dream Cycle, but we concocted a whole brand new story, and we brought Cthulhu into it, or at least the cult of Cthulhu into it. And we were so happy with that, we wound up launching a one-shot, which is Dream Quest. It's a 48-page Lovecraftian horror one-shot. It's done in one, but if you like it, we'll definitely make more if you ask nicely. And buy the book. And that should be coming from the printer soon. So that's the cover by Mick and Ilaria, who also colors Blazing Blade of Frankenstein.
Yeah. So you said it was coming from the printer soon. So if they back it, then it should be a quick turnover then.
It should be a really quick turnaround. Yeah, if you back this book on Indiegogo.
Yeah, that's always kind of nice to hear. I've had a lot of there's been a lot of books I've backed where it was like years later before I got a book.
Yeah,
Not one.
I try to either work with people that can produce the book quickly and professionally, or if they can't produce it quickly, I make sure I have a lot banked before we, before we launch.
Ooh. Yeah, it's looking interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is sort of like Dream Warriors meets, I don't know, Lovecraft, I guess.
You can't come up with a reference here. That's how good. That's how unique it is.
Well, you know what? I'm sure somewhere at the top of that page, I actually have a pitch that goes together, but it's completely gone out of my mind because the campaign was last year, so I don't even remember. But Dream Warriors meets Lovecraft, we'll call it that.
That's how long it's been since you've
That's
been.
how long it's been since we launched. This was like October of last year, I think. And then we've got some naughty and nice covers because some people like that kind of thing.
No, it does sell.
It does sell.
But gosh. That was something that was like, man, that's a bit refreshing when I seen like your Blazing Blade. I didn't see a booby cover. I was like, wow, a Kickstarter that don't have a booby cover.
Well,
different.
Yeah, we decided not to do. It's not right for every book. I guess I'll say that. But this coming, first of all, it references a specific scene in Dream Quest, and then also because this is sort of. Like I said, it's Dream Warriors being an 80s horror movie. Not that this has an 80s vibe to it. It's very current. But, we did sort of embrace that ethos of the 80s horror film.
All right. Let me... Why do I have two sets of this on the tab? Oh, I don't know. Let me see. Go back here. Bring that back up. Yeah, so you've got a lot of options, folks, and you're not just limited to Kickstarter. If you have an issue with, for whatever reason, Kickstarter, you can hop over to Indiegogo and get you some other books by Clay.
Or just PayPal me. I'll take that too.
You're just giving money.
Mail me cash. I'll take whatever.
He's not picky.
Yeah, send a check by carrier pigeon. It's all good.
Let's see. Let me see what everybody's saying here. Is Pale Rider's back? Now, the important question: is the Blazing Sword of Frankenstein code for undead gay love? Oh, stop with that! No, Sugar loves. No, I don't. Oh my gosh!
I don't even know what that means, but no, it's not code for anything unless it embarrasses Chris, and then maybe.
Well, the last stream we had on Chris Fisk, and he was talking about he's got his project, his campaign for a book, but then he's also doing a tabletop role-playing game that's tied into the book. And we got to talking because I like minions. I like controlling underlings to do my bidding.
Uh-huh.
And we had brought up
in life or in gaming?
Well, in game.
Okay. All right.
If I had the ability in life, I would do that as well. But I'm just a lowly peon myself. But so then it was necromancers, things like that. So now, of course, Pale Riders immediately went to that, like the degenerate he is here. But although Blazing Sword of Frankenstein, that could be a euphemism of some sort. Let's see, Mr. Sam.
Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
You can join us.
No, my pleasure.
I like that avatar.
Thanks. It's my character, Nat.
You remember Clay, don't you? It's been a long while since we had one.
We go way back.
Yeah.
Yep.
I didn't realize Clay was a voice actor, Sam. So we've got kind of like a celebrity with us today.
Oh, do we?
Mm-hmm. He's kind of a big deal.
A legend in my own mind. That's what I like to say.
Hey, you did
Or thing.
voice work for Yu-Gi-Oh and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and stuff. Hang on.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
The old series, or?
Yeah, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It was an iteration of the show called Fast Forward, which I played. Casey Jones and April O'Neil got together, and I'm like their great grandson. And I'm
Okay.
this genius that lives in the future, and I build a time machine, and I bring the Ninja Turtles to the future, and we have all kinds of fun adventures. I've got my. Tell you what, hold on.
Oh, okay.
This is my action figure.
Oh, pull it
mm.
out.
This is Cody Jones. I'm sure you can find this on eBay for about $3. I don't think he was a particularly popular character, but yeah, we had a whole season full of adventures in the future, and then one of the movies came out and was a big success, which I mean, I don't know why they were surprised by it, but I think Peter Laird, who's one of the creators, was in charge of the property at the time, and he decided that they wanted the TV show to be exactly like the movie, which meant that the Ninja Turtles had to go back to the past. Cody got left behind.
Aw.
Yeah, we were in the middle of the second season. We were just starting recording the second season, and they pulled the plug on us and changed the show. And it didn't last long after that, because very shortly they moved it over to Nickelodeon. So I was on the show when it was on Fox.
Wow.
But they moved it to Nickelodeon, and very shortly after that, I was at San Diego Comic-Con, and they were making a big push for the Nickelodeon show. Hey, you want to come meet the cast of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? And I was like, no, I've been there, done that. I don't. I'm gonna go nurse my wounds.
Oh.
But it led to all the Yu-Gi-Oh stuff, and I've been affiliated with that show for many years at this point. So it all worked out. It was good.
Let's see. Let me see what the chat was saying. I'm got carried off here. We got 2 new backers. That's
Oh,
good.
nice.
There's not one of them being Soul himself.
Thank you, Soul.
No 2 backers does not equal 2 stories. That's not how these things work.
Maybe. I see a red dress there. Those emojis. There were a lot of red dresses there, so you might have to tell more than 2 stories.
Here we go. Put that in. There you go, Pale Rider. There's your Sugar Rush. We got our Sugar Rush. So it's up in the corner for you. Let's see.
Nice.
You could just play this. No, I'm not playing your videos. Soul says, Clay, don't worry. I didn't only back to make Chris spill the beans. I actually like what I see in here. Plus, the pricing is very fair. Got the catch-up perk with the standard cover, which is his favorite.
Awesome. Soul, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I think
Yeah.
you're going to dig it. Yeah, we try to keep the pricing fair because it's, the prices on Kickstarter I know are higher than you might, pay for in a comic shop, but we also don't want to go crazy, you know what I mean? Like we want to make it make sense for us and then also make sense for you as a backer. So I do appreciate that. Thanks.
Yeah, so don't back to make me tell stories. He's already heard these stories umpteen times. he backs because he likes them.
He's backing because he wants me to hear the story.
Oh, we got Marinus with us. Hail, hail.
Hello.
Yeah.
More links are being put out. Soul's talking to Marinus. Marinus says, I don't know what that is there.
Oh, that's Emmanuel Taglietti. Yeah, the cover for Nightmare Theater 2.
He says, I know
Yeah, that guy's great. He's been around a long time,
that.
doing great stuff like this.
Yeah, that is a nice looking cover.
Yeah.
Seeing if I'm trying to get caught up here. I see Sim is being gatekept again. The famous no, he wasn't here. I let him in as soon as he popped in. I'm not gatekeeping Sim.
No, he's not. I was just waiting for the link, and again, because I was up till like 8 in the morning, so I took like a 2-hour nap before the show.
Wow, you guys both work the night shift, huh?
Technically, I work all the time.
Yeah.
draw
never
my,
ends. It's just
I
constant
write,
work.
draw my own book. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Sim's a full-time artist and all that.
Mhm.
That's awesome.
It just happened that yesterday I was working till like 8 in the morning, so I'm like, let's take a 2-hour nap before the show, and I woke up and I'm just sitting there, and like 30 minutes I fell asleep again.
It happens. It's
Yep.
a danger.
One minion, one officer. That's right. So you are not a minion. You're too important.
Sims and Sonia is gatekeeping Sim. Yeah, that one.
Yeah. Yes. Sims and Zombie is gatekeeping Sim. Yes, that's what
Yeah.
it is. It's not you. It's not
He
me.
hasn't get me out of the show today.
Hey Sim, did the squirrels wake you again? You know the whole hiding
I think the maple syrup from a rodent predator with a sweet tooth thing.
You got Amanda B.
It's
Good
about
morning,
them.
Amanda.
Hey, good morning, Amanda.
She's like, it is still morning here. Hope you're doing well this morning, Amanda B.
You also have the Ice Queen that just joined in.
Oh yeah, there she is. Ice Queen's popping in as well. Yeah, people are starting to funnel in.
Hey there.
Yeah. So, yep, for folks who just joining us, we was talking here with Clay Adams. He's got a bunch of stuff still in demand on Indiegogo, but he also has launched a Kickstarter. Boop, boop, doop, doop, doo, here for Blazing Blade of Frankenstein, where you can get both issues 1 and 2. We've gotten a couple backers already.
Woohoo.
Yeah, but we're always open for more.
There's always more room in the Blazing World. Come on in. The water's fine.
Yeah, if you like that sword and sorcery kind of stuff,
Yep.
might be up
And-
your alley.
We do have Dream Quest available as an add-on for this book. So if you were interested in getting that too, you can add it on to your pledge and save a little bit on shipping.
Yeah.
It's always cheaper to combine a few books in one package than.
Oh yeah, anything to cut down the costs.
That's right.
Sometimes it can get pricey with these
Shipping is gone.
crowdfunders.
Insane, yeah.
Well, might as well get a lot of bang for your buck.
That's right, baby.
Nice halberd. I like me a halberd.
That was good.
All right. Yeah, I guess they're gonna start fussing at me if I keep putting it off.
The what?
Oh, does that mean we're gonna get the story now?
Oh, yeah. Probably a song too, I guess.
Oh, Immortal Rising's here. Look at that. Oh, I guess I better
Hey
go
there.
back to the chat. Do.
Marinus says the art was good.
Yeah. Kyle Roberts is great. His art has a lot of energy to it, and I think the combo of him and Ilaria on colors is something. I like it.
Where's this on a- Oh, Marinus is having back issues. Apparently, he has a bad mattress. He ordered a new one though. Yeah. Hopefully, you get that sorted out, Marinus. Your back ain't nothing to, put off. You need to make sure to take care of it.
Ain't that the truth?
I don't know. Like for a second, I'm like, what does he mean he has back issues? Oh, back problems. Got it.
You were thinking
You know,
comics, back
he's
issues.
the floppy collector, so I'm like back issues. I'm like, what the hell is? Oh,
There you go. We were talking about Warlord back issues.
if you weren't so floppy, Marinus.
Yeah, you were in the Warlord, weren't you, Sim?
You know what?
Warlord, you were into that, weren't you?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I thought. When we were talking earlier about that, I was like, well, wait, I think Sim reads that one.
Yeah, what I really like about that is that like every issue had a self-contained story, but if you read them all together, it created like this bigger thing, and that's kind of what I'm trying to do with Blazing Blade of Frankenstein. Like you can read each issue, you'll get a complete story in each one, but if you read them all together, like it's a big epic. And man, he and Mike Grell would do that in like 17 pages. It was amazing. I struggle to fit in a story in 22, like it's a real tough thing. And like his pages, that sometimes there were like 3 panels. He did a lot of splash pages. He would do double page spreads. And he packed in a lot of story. You got a lot of bang for your buck, and that's what we're trying to do here.
Oh, we got Feathers127 joining us. Hello, Feathers.
Hey, Feathers.
Well, I don't
Yeah,
know.
I think you're new to the chat. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Probably here for the red dress.
Everyone's been promised this story, man.
Immortal Rising says he does indie sword and sorcery interviews. Would love to get you on a show.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd love to chat. I'd love to talk. If you're on Twitter, drop me a line at Clay's
Yeah.
Evil Twin.
I should have his Twitter link in the description if you want to reach out to him.
Yeah, cool. Thank you.
All right. Yeah. So Immortal Rising, if you want to reach out, I should be there in the description. God,
Perfect.
I'm running out of things to talk about to put it off here. Quick, Chris, come up with something.
Ask me anything. AMA.
Yeah, that.
Lightning round.
You know, I always put off that Deadskins book. I always wanted to back it.
Yeah?
I need to back it.
Check it out. You need to back it. Back it before Indiegogo closes it, man.
Yeah, I need to do that because I like the idea of it.
And we are running out of the first issue, so it probably won't be available for much longer.
Get that. Because I've always I liked the covers. You know,
Yeah.
they look pretty cool.
So that's Brian Silverbacks, who did the variant there, and then the main cover is also Tina Valentino, who did our one of our variants on Blazing Blade. Yeah, that's her. So the way Deadskins works, it's kind of like Blazing Saddles meets The Walking Dead. And it's a lot of fun. It's a horror comedy set in the Old West. Comic Bastards, you can see what they said about it.
Comic Bastards.
Yeah. And yeah, it's fun. So we only did 3 volumes. The first volume was parts 1 and 2. The second volume were parts 3 and 4. And then part 5 we published by itself. So that's like it's 48 pages, volume 5 or part 5. And then it also contains like a little backup story that has some of the same characters in it, and some extra material there. But the first 2 volumes, parts 1 and 2, that's like 64 pages, I think, and then parts 3 and 4 is more like 60, and then we completed it with a 48 pager. And then that's Layla Del Duca on art, one of her first comics gigs before she kind of blew up and became big and started drawing Wonder Woman and stuff like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. You found her before you were.
We got her early. We got her early.
And then, over at DC, they must have seen Deadskins. I was like,
That's what I like to say. Like, honestly, I feel like, pat myself on the back, but Fried Comics, we've really been a launching pad for some great artists. Damo Stanton, who's done a lot of stuff for DC also, and Boom and other things. But he was drawing the Sandman series for a while. He did the first arc or the first issue of Pregnant Bitches of War, and he's phenomenal. So between him and Layla Del Duca, and I'm working with a guy named Fabio Ramacci right now, who's done some stuff for Italian publishers. We got some good talent, some good artistic talent. But the idea behind this was to kind of keep it like sort of Old West, scratchy. It kind of looks a little bit like From Hell, the Alan Moore book. Eddie Campbell kind of look. We did, black, white, and red. Lots of red for blood.
Yeah, I haven't flipped through it, and you said Blazing Saddles. I was like, I'd probably end up, getting a good chuckle out of this. Doing, but gosh, I've also told myself I'm not backing anything until like March. Right now, I've got, there's problems going on with my mom and stuff, and I need to save as much money as possible.
I don't want anybody to have a hardship backing, so I'm not going to pressure you. But how'd you like that transition? But
But
as we discussed, Indiegogo could close this at any moment if we don't get a pledge. So you Sugar Chris could help help keep it
keep it
alive.
alive.
Or you could choose your mom. Like whatever. Yeah.
Soul says, Clay, have you seen the 2012 movie Gallow Walkers? If you dig horror westerns, it should be up your alley.
I have not seen Gallow Walkers, but it definitely sounds up my alley, and I will check it out.
Yeah, I ain't heard of that one either.
I'll have to find out where I can stream that.
Isn't that the Wesley Snipe movie?
Oh, Wesley Snipes. I don't know. Yeah,
I don't know.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah. Gosh dang it. I need to end up getting.
Yeah, it is the Wesley Snipe movie
Nice.
from
He's doing
2012.
comics now.
Horror Western. Yep.
Yeah. He's done it. That reminds me, I do need to reach back out to what? Yeah, I do need to reach out to some people about getting people on. All right. I put it off long enough because we are getting up there in time. All right, so I got
Story
to tell
time?
the story. Yes.
Bring
Yeah,
it.
we need a new intro for those story time. Like story time
No, we don't.
with Chris. With little sparkles and then a red dress or something.
I like it.
Oh, he says, Clay, yep. Wesley Snipes on a revenge spree rips people's heads off with the spine. Cult classic.
Nice. Nice.
Ripping
I see.
people-
I like over the top stuff like that. I was just saying that they're doing a new Friday the 13th movie, and so Friday the 13th is trending on Twitter, and I saw somebody giving a shout out to Jason Goes to Hell, and I know it's not a super popular movie in the series, but I like it just because it is totally batshit crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I liked what was it where he goes into space, Jason X or whatever.
Oh yeah, that was the next one.
He
Yeah.
ties that woman up in like
Goes to Hell is the one with the
tree.
it's the one with the black guy that eats the heart, right? If I'm not
Yes.
mistaken.
Yeah. That's the one. That's the one. It's just so out there and so
The
different.
heart that hypnotizes the victim.
Yes.
That was pretty good.
All right. So, the red dress story.
Bring it.
So basically, no, it's not drag queen story time with. Gosh.
Oh,
dang it.
I like that name though. But it is funny. All right.
No, it's not. It's awful.
Let's give him the point. It was funny.
There's Bristolian Dave. I'm giving Pale Rider nothing. Gosh. Exactly. See, he loves the sleeping bag scene in Jason X too. Good.
Oh
But
yeah, that's a
anyway.
classic.
So this happened a long time ago. Feels like a long time ago when I worked at Walmart and it was still open 24/7 and everything. And I worked overnights there as well. I worked in the grocery section. And Halloween came up and everything, and I worked with a lot of ladies, and I had a girlfriend at the time, and her mom, I worked with her mom and stuff and everything, so she would always come in and see me. And they all wanted me because my hair was not as long as it is now, but it was a little longer than most fellas. They all wanted me to dress up as a woman for Halloween. So the girlfriend wants me to do it. The mother, all the women there. I'm like, all right, I'll do it. Well, then it becomes a big thing. The next thing you know, like, because Susan, the night manager, she jumps on this too. And next thing they're buying me a red dress. They do my hair up and do it all up. They get me a bra and put that on. They stuff it with tissues or whatever. They they do all kinds of things. What they do? The leg stuff. They put the hose.
Hose. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they even got like cheap shoes, all kinds of stuff.
Heels.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it was that. It might not have been heel. I can't remember. I can't remember. I feel like there was footwear of some kind, but I
Okay.
can't remember exactly what. So they did all this stuff up, for me and made me go do all. Oh man, that bra sucked because by the end of the night, I had to take it off and I had like red welt all over my chest. I was like, ow, ow.
Ouch.
But they did all that, and since it was open all night, and of course I had to work like this all night. And so I'm going around in this red dress and everything. I'm breaking down. We pull the skids out onto the floor, and I'm having to break them down. Well, we were open all night, so we'd always get customers coming in throughout the night. So like while I'm breaking the truck down, like I'm bent. Apparently, a guy came through with his cart, and I was bent over, and apparently he was checking out my ass. And then I got up and I was like, and I looked behind me like that, and that's when you could see my facial hair because I had a full on beard.
Yeah.
And he was like,
Shock of his life.
yeah, and he back up through the aisle, and poor Caroline was just dying laughing because she's seen it all. And I was like, what? And he was like, he was checking out your butt. I was like, oh my god. So I got that done, and I get done breaking it all down. I go up into the water aisle.
By the way, I like how Soul is breaking down the story in the chat. It's like closed captioning.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I dig it.
that's
Yeah.
for those of hard of hearing, I guess.
Yes.
And,
That's great.
I go into the water aisle and I start stocking shelves, and these two, Mexican fellas, because the chicken plant down there is horribly infamous for having like illegal immigrants working. And there was these two Mexican fellas come down, and they come up the aisle and they see me. So I look over, I'm like, yeah, I might have nodded, but I probably didn't. 'Cause back then I wasn't social at all, and of course I probably wasn't too friendly considering what I was wearing. I was probably embarrassed. So I just like flipped over and went on. But they seen me, and they just started smiling, like big smiles, like big toothy grins, and like talking excited amongst each other and looking and talking and laughing, and they slowly walked past me and slowly down the aisle. I was like, okay, well they enjoyed, I guess, what they seen, and kept working. And then they came back, did it again, and then they came back again, did it again. And they did this umpteen times. Up and
They were
down.
intrigued.
Apparently, I was like, "What in the world? Jeez, leave me be." So I got done in the aisle, went to cereal, and here they come again. It's like, what is going on? I made a joke to Caroline. I was like, "Gosh dang, I might need somebody to walk me out after when I'm done work." These guys keep lingering. But it went on like that the whole night. Like I had stuff like that happen, and they ended up taking a picture of me for the Halloween contest apparently, and oh man, it was a night.
A night which shall live in infamy.
Oh,
A night to remember.
That's right.
it was wild.
Now,
And there was no beyond, Soul. There was no beyond.
did you get invited up to the Walmart home office to like recreate this experience?
No, that would have been uncomfortable. Oh god, oh gosh. Now there's oh gosh, I've never even told folks. Now there's a well, no, I probably shouldn't tell people because now they'll read into it. There's actually a floor guy that works now at the store that I work at now, and he's from somewhere in South America because he speaks Spanish, and he don't really speak English. He only, as far as I know, he only says a few words. But like, I went upstairs one day, I was sitting there, and he was working, so I was like, "Oh, hey, are you going to be our new floor guy?" And he's like, "Oh, I don't speak too well or something. He was trying to explain that he don't really speak English.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, okay. He's like, do you, he kind of tried to ask me if I speak Spanish. I was like, no, I've never gotten to learn it, And, and it was really awkward there, but, we got through it there, moved on, But now every time I see him, he like smiles and make sure to smile and nod and stuff. Like every time, he'll be going up down the aisle and, when he comes in, he's like, oh, hello, smile. And I was like, hi, move on. And then he'll come through with the scrubber or something, and if I move out of his way, make sure to smile, I'm like, yeah, okay. Calm down. Like, I don't know if it's because he don't have anybody to talk to there or something, but like he makes sure to smile and nod every time we even if I just look over, and he'll catch my eye and I'm like okay. It's weird.
Like I told you, and where they're from, hairy ladies, bearded ladies, that's where they're from. Just saying, Mexican and Italian ladies. They do have facial hair.
Dave says Sim's back. I
You're
thought
gonna get in trouble, Sim.
got rid of it.
You're gonna get angry letters.
Yeah, you're gonna be in hot water now, Sim.
What did I do?
Making those kind of comments.
Gonna get kicked out of the show again and get kicked?
Stuff the problem. Why is Chris outing himself? I'm not outing myself. There's nothing to out. Did Chris volunteer this story, or is he being forced? No, we got a couple backers, so I had to tell the story.
He promised to tell if we got one backer, we got two, so he had to tell the story. There was no getting out of it. He tried to avoid it for a very long time.
Yeah, I couldn't get over it. Couldn't get
forced
past
him into it.
Yeah, I'm not, even multiple years later, he's still at it.
Hey, when I was doing those squats, I need to get back to the gym. When I was doing those squats, my legs were all defined, so I'm sure my butt looked good too.
Is that why you lost your gym buddy? Because you went to the gym in that dress, and he looked at you and he went, too far, guy, too far.
I already explained why the gym buddy stopped going to the gym because I would come home and take a small nap before going to the gym, and by the time I'd get up and get ready and be like, hey, let's go to the gym.
Done?
He was like, no, I'm not going to the gym. It's too late. He wanted to go right after work, and I would always fall asleep for like an hour. Let's see. Let's see what everybody's saying here. Sugar leaves out the part where he winked at Blue again. No, I didn't.
What was it again? Dipped and twirl, the Legally Blonde thing. When they tip forward and then spring back up. I forgot what it was.
No, but gosh, they said that I've heard that the chicken plant's always been really bad up there. That I've heard it's gotten pretty bad. There was a girl I worked with. She went to Walmart, but before she went to Walmart, she went to the chicken plant, and then she went to Walmart, and I seen her there, and I was talking to her, and she was telling me about like how she had went to the chicken plant, and like she's like you'd be going down the hallway, and there'd be a dude getting a blowjob in the hallway, and stuff. That's how bad it was, or something like that. She's like, and it was to the point where they didn't want you leaving like the plant itself on like your lunch breaks and stuff. And she said she did one time to like go get a smoke or something. And these, guys from, I guess, like down South America and stuff came out and followed her out and was like trying to grope her and fondle her, like, like trying to, force themselves on her. And she said she went back in, she managed to get away from them and got back inside, and she said she talked to the management there about it, and they were like, well, we told you not to go out. That was their, they didn't do nothing about it.
Sounds like she made a good decision going to work somewhere else.
Well,
And
that's the
and,
thing.
and it seems like you were lucky and got away.
That's the thing. I recently talked to her, like maybe a week ago. I seen her at my work because
Hmm.
I had popped in during the day and she was there. I was like, "Hey, how are you doing? Yeah, I ain't talked to you in a while," and blah blah. And she's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go back." I was like, "What? Why would you go back?" She's like, "Well, I missed the money." I was like, to me, no money's worth that. The risk of that. But whatever. That blows my mind. But all right. Let's see. They took raunchy photos. No, they did not, Pale Rider. Or Soul, gosh dang it. Look, you got me mixed up with Pale Rider with these kind of comments. There was no raunchy photos. And Chris, you owe me everything. No, you didn't. My
So
sparkling personality made me.
so this red dress that you wore, this has inspired the red dress run in New Orleans.
Yeah. Well,
No,
no. Well, the Red Dress Run was
and
always the best
inspi-
thing I do, but it inspired me to go there. That inspired me
Got
to
it.
like
Okay.
do over
Well,
1,000.
now you have to.
well,
Yeah.
technically, it's you opening your mouth on stream and having all the pressure from us, and then out of nowhere, uh, you know, Pale Rider going, "Oh, you should join the red dress run," and we're like, "That sounds funny." He goes, "No, that's an actual thing." Like, wait, what? And then when we found out what it was a charity run, and it was all in for good fun. So then we're like, hey, wouldn't it be fun if we did this? And Chris like, well, if we reach 1,000 sub, I'll go join the red dress run. And that's the entire spiel of how that all this stuff got.
No.
So are you going to take pictures? Is
Yep.
that awesome?
And Pale Rider is supposed to be. It was supposed to be over there and following him in the Barbie Jeep.
Yeah,
I cannot wait for this.
I gotta figure out like how I'm gonna do it because I'm gonna try to stream it, at
But
least some of it, but I don't know how I'm gonna do it because I don't know if Mom's gonna go with me.
like Pale Rider brought up a good thing like the last stream, I think a good suggestion, which was you don't have to go to the red dress run if it's going to be that expensive, and you can still buy a ticket and then go to Steel City Con or Boba Fest in a red dress, and Boba Fest isn't that the convention that Doug also goes with Lola?
Well, I don't know if they
Just
still go to
saying.
it. I don't know if they still go to that or not. I don't know if that's still. I don't know if Bubba Fest's even still a thing. That was a long time ago. I don't know.
Check into it. I'm just saying.
Let's see. We got Nia K. Hello, hello.
Hey, Nia.
New person in the chat.
Hello and welcome.
Let's see. Let me see if I'm caught up here. Sim, why are you opening up old wounds talking about Jim Buddy?
I just wanted to change the pain from
Jim Buddy's 2022. Bend and snap.
rest in peace. Yeah, Ben and Snap. There you go. Thank you. That's the was it? What was her name? Why do I have Elisa Silverstone in my head? That's not her.
God, Sugar's not so secretly jealous. She had 4 guys.
Yeah, girl, you need to step up your game. You only had 2. I had 4, and I still had that beard on.
There's Creators Outlet popping in. Let's see. If you're going to run around in a red dress, you may want to at least go to the next city over. Exactly. Right. I'm not going to be going run around my own town in a red dress. Gosh. I can only imagine what people would say. And I never hear the end of it.
I don't know. Do you work in your own town, or do you work the next town over?
I work in my own town.
There you go. It's not like it's a new thing. They're gonna be surprised, like, oh, Chris is at it again. And that's gonna be it.
The Walmart I worked at when I wore that dress that one time was over in, what was it, Romney or Moorfield, whatever. I was like 45 minutes away.
Yeah, but didn't you just say that you saw a girl that worked at the chicken place not too long ago? Like, I'm sure she remembers the red dress.
She wasn't around then. Gosh. Yeah, like the New Orleans thing, gosh, that's like I said, that's like a 9 hour trip, I think, and that's
Mm-hmm.
with taking a plane. So I don't know if mom's gonna join me because of that, since I don't think she's ever been on a plane.
And according to what Bill Ryder told me, we might have to get you some security assistance over there, so to make sure that you come back.
Yeah. So I
Gets
might be
crazy,
going
over there.
I might be going solo to it. I might be on my own going down to it. Let's see. Third. Yeah, I'm not bringing up your OnlyFans link, Pale Rider. That is a lie. Oh, God's hand. Yeah, there you go. Yes, sign up for God's hand. Yes, please do.
Nice.
Well, yeah, Pale Rider started a freaking OnlyFan.
Yeah, and I'm not highlighting that. That is not an official Red Dress OnlyFans, everyone.
I think you just
Fake
highlighted
news.
it.
Hey, Clay, I'm like, Pale Rider is that much of a fan. He started his own OnlyFan for the red dress.
That's saying something, man.
Mm-hmm.
Says something about him.
I think he even called it the Red Dress Diary, if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken.
Shit, I gotta deal with.
You made him grumble, everybody. Well done.
I know. It was
Oh.
very satisfying. I can stop now.
Yes. So, all right. Now I know Mr.
So
Clay,
220 backers. We need to get that to 420. Let's go.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's see.
I'll take it.
I think meeting up with Tug and Lola at a con would be better than actually going to the run.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what cons they go to. I mean, I can always message Lola and ask.
Well, that you have to admit that would be freaking awesome. Like out of nowhere. What's up?
I'd have to ask Lola what cons they go to, if they go to any still. Let's see.
Yeah,
Sometimes
didn't they do the anime one not too long ago, like Anime Con or something?
I don't know. I don't know. Like I know once in a
And
while.
you'd
they
fit
go to one
right
thing.
in at Anime Con with the red dress. I'm just saying.
Well, that's true. I wouldn't look out of place. I've
Mm-hmm.
learned that when I went to a. What? Don't change the 1K goal willy nilly. I know. I'm gonna still go to New Orleans. I gotta go there. I made the promise all that time. I can't go changing it. It was the
That's
thing I promised, so I need to do it.
Hold his well-heeled feet to the fire.
Oh man.
Make him go.
But Mr.
And let's get this campaign to 420. I like that as a goal.
Right?
Let's do that. Yeah. Come on now. Blazing
Let's
Blade of
celebrate.
Frankenstein.
Yeah. Like you said, Blazing Saddle. Let's blaze it to 420.
Let's blaze it up, baby.
Blazing Blade.
We got
Not for me.
17 more days to do it. I think we can do it.
That's
Mhm.
right.
I think we can do it.
No, I'm straight edge. I don't do none of that stuff, but but I do endorse getting more backers on this campaign.
There we go. There we go. I can support
right.
that.
Mr. Clay, you said that you only was here for about an hour. We have passed that mark. My story took us too long.
It was worth sticking around for. I do have to jet though, because my studio mate is going to walk in this door any minute now, and then you do not want to talk to this guy. So it's bad enough I got to listen to him. So I don't want to subject you to it. But thanks for having me on the show, and hey, thanks for backing everybody and checking out the books.
Well, thank you for joining us.
Hopefully, having you. Hopefully, our little show has helped spread the word of your books.
Yeah.
And hopefully, we can help you get more success. Everybody, please do go check out Blazing Blade of Frankenstein, and also go to the Indiegogos and check out some of his Indaman books.
That's right.
I'm sure you'll find something good. Gosh knows, Clay has been quite busy putting these books out.
Making a lot of books.
Is this one
Getting
going
the
into
library going?
Is this one going into Indiegogo on demand when it's done?
It will eventually. Yeah.
So
We like to give people options.
Yeah, I'm asking because there's some people that just won't go on Kickstarter.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So, yeah, thanks again, Clay, for joining us. We
Yeah.
need to get you on more often. We need to not have these like year-long absences.
That sounds good. I'll come back anytime. Thanks for having me, guys.
Yep.
Later, Clay.
Take care. Bye.
Later.
And what's up, Coleman?
Let's see. Let me see. What are they saying? Okay, don't change the goal. And think of how many more people would see Chris in a dress without live streaming it. That's the only reason you wanted it. That's the whole reason now. Now
Well,
I
you know,
see this whole
Tug
Tug
is the one that got you over 1,000 subs. You know.
I know, but I told everyone New Orleans Red Dress Run for all this time. I can't go back on that now. I can't just go say like, oh no, change of plans now. I'm just gonna go to some random con.
Mm.
And then I'd have been lying about my promise this whole time.
But it's not lying if you ask which one they would prefer.
Mm.
And you know, I don't know how much is it going to cost you to go down to New Orleans.
I don't know. Probably it's going to be pricey. Red Dress shows Sim the standard cover of Blazing Grade 2. Okay. Where's my... What, this one? Where he's choking out the snake? This would be this is the standard one.
Yeah, it looks familiar.
Yeah, that's the standard one. And where's the variants at? Should be down here. Yeah, then the variants are this one here. And this one here.
She turns into a giant.
Oh shit. All right. Let's see.
It's Frankenstein. Not
Is it also-
Stein.
Is it also Frodrick? Oh God, Harvey Korman, he's so great. That movie. What hunt?
Feather 127 says do both.
What's pronounced Igor? Well, they were wrong, weren't they?
And I don't know. I don't think Bellrider, the only reason why he's suggesting you to do the go see Tug, it's not just for to be live streamed with Tug. It's just like, you know, he's worried about your safety in New Orleans. You know, they don't get the red dress Chris often over there.
Everyone is going to Tampa in July, I think.
Mm-hmm.
He says Tampa. Oh, maybe it means Tampa, like Florida.
Tampa Bay, yeah.
Gosh, Florida, that's even further.
Is it?
Should be.
I don't know. Like, I thought New Orleans was not that far. When you told me it was like over 8-hour drive, I was like, oh.
Let's see. So it has gotten pretty dangerous in New Orleans. I think we've beat out Chicago in murders. Wow.
Yeah, that's what he was telling me.
Feathers
That's why he's actually suggesting this.
Yep. I like it. What do you like?
The cover.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
I don't know. It looks like it's it reminds me of a classic Conan cover. So maybe it's an homage to.
As the Red Dress IP owner, I give you permission to buy a ticket to the run, but instead of New Orleans, you may run around a con with Lola with you.
Whipping you.
Oh, Lord. I don't know. I'd have to put out like see what people think. Because I don't want to make a promise and then not
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah, man of your word. I get it.
But if it's apparently that bad, like I don't know.
Because that's what he was telling us yesterday during the stream. He was in the chat and he was like, "Dude, it's very freaking dangerous over there." He goes, it turned into we might have to pay a ransom for you to get you back, type of thing, or we might find you with beads."
Gosh dang it. I don't like changing my plan.
I'm
Hmm.
not saying don't do it. I'm just bringing it up that it was a good point. And we're not from there. He is.
What the fuck?
What?
is this? I just seen this pop up on my Twitter feed.
So saying Red Dress Press, the run should be safe, but don't go down to the rawhide at night. Not even with Anthony. Yeah.
What in the world? This has popped up on my Twitter.
Well, hello.
Apparently Twitter's like, oh, he's talking about red dresses.
He's gonna like this. Let's show him.
Yeah.
Okay, that girl on the right there, the last one, like she's not the prettiest, but damn those legs.
I'll pass on all these. This is all really weird looking. It's very strange. But yeah. Let's see.
It's very glamour.
Be safe. Yeah, I mean the run itself should be fine, and it's not like I'm gonna be
Social
going-
media was a mistake. Yeah.
It's not like I'm going to be going out carrying on. Like I'll just go down, do the run, stream and everything, and maybe see the sights and stuff. Like by the time nighttime hits, I'll be back to
Okay,
back
just
to my hotel.
let's just make sure that you have one of those girder belt, that you could be packing.
Like I'm not planning on going out at night and carrying on or something, so I don't think I'd be, in really danger. I don't think I have to worry about that.
Get you a leg holster so you can
Mhm.
walk around with your gun.
And I don't think I'd have to worry about getting jumped for wearing a dress if everybody else is. So I think I'll be fine. Yeah.
You walk down over there with your red dress and you start singing, "This is my rifle, this is my gun." They'll leave you alone. We're doing special security for Mardi Gras this year. It's not just after dark, you hillbilly. Yeah, dude. When you brought it up, that I'm just bringing it up because you seem to be actually like worried about what's going on there lately. Get my drift? It's lately.
Yeah.
Crime has been going up, missing, murders, and shit like that.
I don't know. Maybe I'll message Lola, ask her, if Tug and them are planning on going, if her and Tug are going to any of the cons, upcoming places.
Oh, hold on the phone.
Maybe I'll do that. I'll ask, like, Lola if her and Tug are going to any upcoming cons and stuff and tell her what's going on.
You can make the event even bigger.
And ask her what she thinks. Stuff like that. I just...
Okay, what did it say? It goes, with all those people in the red dresses in the street in August, even the guy from the chicken plant won't be able to tell Sugar from the crowd. Pillrider is like, it's more about getting hit by the stray bullet than getting jumped. Yeah.
Steel City!
He's still on it. But I don't know. Yes, when I mentioned the idea, they're like, I would totally go for you going to the, like that Bubba Fest thing, like your big con with Doug. That would be kind of a good replacement. That was just in case, It is a good suggestion.
Maybe I'll put out a video and ask people what they think, and see what people say if they think it's okay to do something different. If it is that bad down there.
But you don't want to end up being there alone either.
Hmm.
And I was not expecting it to be like 10 hours away from your house.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure. And it sucks.
But if Anthony and everybody waits for you there, that's another thing. Then they can escort you to your train so you can go back home. Soul is saying, yeah, but Buffest is not for charity though. Yeah, but you still give to charity though. That's why I'm saying like the suggestion of Pale Water was you pay the ticket. You still give to charity if you can't go and you do something different. It all started by you can't go, and then Bell Rider just went like, yeah, I don't want Chris to get hurt. Hearing a lot of bad things. But I do agree that what Soul Iron says, that they probably have extra security for the red dress run. They'd probably have a few little things, and if you're not gonna stay there for later and get out of there as soon as it's done, well, it's you. I just thought that was a good suggestion. As a plan B. See, Bell Rider's going, Girl got shot in the head sitting at the red light a few miles from me the other day. Bell Rider, so I was like, oh, that's dark. What the fuck? Aimed at your ass. Like, what the fuck? They aim at your ass? Yeah. Somebody was bored. He's like, who am I going to shoot today? I didn't get my Mardi Gras beads.
Yeah, they
smell funky.
Tampa is about the same amount of time, about 9 hours. Same as New Orleans in terms of time. Because I'd still have to do the same thing. Take a bus or train to either DC or Baltimore and then fly down there. So either way, that's still a long trip.
Anyway, you have to buy a plane ticket to go do this. That's where when you said that, I'm like, oh, this is changing that. It's not just like grabbing a bus or something. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You have to take a plane. So I'm like, oh.
Yeah. Like if it was like somewhere closer, like DC or something like that, maybe it would work. Pittsburgh or something. I don't know what to do. Maybe I'll just make a video, see what people think, see if it's okay to do that.
Well, you bring up the idea of the violence, but you can still, it's you. Like you said, if you have no plans of sticking around for too long, right, you just want to do the thing. But to have Bill Ryder being worried about you going over there and he kind of lives around there.
Yeah.
It's like if Preston would also come in and go, dude, it's very dangerous. I'm like, okay, like that's 2 out of 3, and then Anthony,
Yeah, maybe get a second opinion. I'll ask Anthony how bad it is.
Or at least if you're gonna have backup, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because last thing you want is to get that ass of yours in that dress and get that ass shot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We don't want that type of buns of steel.
Yeah, I don't.
Okay, that was funny. Buns of lead. Well, thank you, Soul, for sharing the links.
That's gonna bug me. I don't know. I don't know what to do now. I had everything planned out this whole time. Now it's all like, ah.
I mean, I have a question for the chat, though. I'm wondering something for the Second Chance campaign. Do you guys like the idea of having a variant cover or having a very limited numbered ashcan instead of another cover? Or you would really like to have a variant cover? I'm kind of curious before I go live. Because right now, what I'm thinking of doing is instead of doing a variant cover, like another variant cover, I was thinking of just doing like an ashcan, and the ashcan would be like 12-page minimum, and it comes numbered, printed, numbered, signed, and with a sketch in it.
Nia K says, why you have to think so much safety? Is there so dangerous? I live in Finland. Here is safe to live, but always can happen something. But I don't need to think someone shoot me or something like that. Well, most places in America is fine. But there are places like, personally, I probably wouldn't go to, like Detroit. Because it can be quite dangerous. If you don't know like how to navigate them or something like that, because you never know, because people can be crazy.
And there's been a lot of random shootings, like
yeah, people can be real nutty out there. But most places in America are fine.
And to be quite fair, that's the entire spiel right now. The problem is we weren't thinking about it. Just like, it's New Orleans, let's go have fun, Mardi Gras, blah blah. And then, we have people that are from there. You might want to think about it because lately it's been getting very stupidly violent. You're like,
yeah, it does seem.
Trust me, trust us. Usually, Chris would just go.
No, Jay Ryan here says it's over. End the stream, Chris.
Dark Side's like, but RoboCop is in Detroit. So is OCP. They own Detroit.
Rock City. Chris got here and Chris was missing, complaining. What? Oh, it was mid complaining. Okay. Oh, gotcha. I'm always complaining. What are you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I just don't know what to do.
Think about it. You still have till August, dude. It's just the point is this, we would love to see it, but if it is that violent, well, maybe consider a plan B. It's always good to have a plan B, and we already discussed it when Doug was here, right? They even said it that that the fact that you could go to a con too in a red dress, so that's why we brought up. Obviously, it would be way better if you could go to the red dress, and actually, if I could afford to go, I'd probably meet you there and join their fucking red dress furniture. But that would cost me even more than you to go there, which I would totally do. Go stand with my little bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna message Figaro and see what he says.
Like I said, if I could afford it, I'd be going with you, dude.
Or says every day at least one person gets shot. Dang on.
Mm-hmm.
It is turning into Detroit.
Every time I hear Detroit, it's like Rock City, get up. Fucking Kiss ruined it.
Yeah, I don't have to worry about that here. Probably because everybody has a gun.
And I'm sure everybody has a gun over there too.
Well, yeah, but
That's
when
why they
everybody
get shot.
No, that's not how it works, Sim.
I'm sorry. Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Dude, you can't get shot if you don't have a gun.
You
Just
don't
be
know.
logical.
You
I'm
don't know what you're
I'm not
talking
talking about like gun ownership. I'm not talking about this. I'm just talking. There's no gun. There's no people getting shot. It doesn't make sense. I'm just saying.
You can get shot with something else.
It's more about the people with their guns.
I'll get a slingshot.
You know, it's not guns that kill people. It's people that kill people with guns.
I'll get a sling. Stone you. Chris looking to not get murderized while wearing a red dress.
Yeah, it's kind of a big target. It's like, hey, bull, don't notice me. When the only color they can see is red.
Where's
So it's like it's kind of heartwarming that Pale Rider is so worried about Chris, but he's probably deflects by saying, "I'm only protecting my IP." Yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying. If Pale Rider is worried about you getting hurt over there, yeah. Sim, I believe Chris can run faster than a guy with a machete and heels. Can't outrun a bullet.
I'll message Lola and I'll ask her if her and Tug are going to any cons this year. And maybe I'll go.
You mentioned that Pale Rider and that Pale Rider brought up that there's a rise of freaking violence, and you might need to consider a plan B. But you always give, the idea of what Pale Rider is saying, but do give to charity though. Do buy your freaking ticket. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hex is here. He says, "Did I miss the guest?" Yeah, he could only be here for about an hour.
Yeah, he was great.
Worried about you getting butt raped.
I know. I don't think Pale Rider is worried about that one.
Ask Anthony and see what he says. Stay out of the hood and in the tourist areas. I'm sure you will be fine, says Feathers. Well, that's what I was thinking. Like, I would just stay in the more, touristy populated parts, and I wouldn't plan on staying there for too long. A day or two. Do the run, maybe see a few of the sites, and then head back home.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if it's as dangerous as what Pale Rider's saying. But, we'll see, I guess. See what Figaro says. Let's see. Talking to Hex. I'm going to post a link to the book and a website again. By the way, number one backer drawing from you is now framed. Oh, nice. He's got it framed. Hex is framed. He's putting the links. Yeah, so I guess that's. I guess I'll just see what Figaro says. I'm gonna message Lola, see if her and Tug are going up to any upcoming cons this year, and then maybe I'll make a video asking what people think.
But they always do cons. But I remember they did the anime con. I don't know what was the name again, but that's the one that also Joe Ball went.
Yeah.
Anime con. What? I'm trying to remember what was the name.
I don't remember.
It was Anime con something.
Yeah, it's down there where they live.
They used to leave the tourist spot alone, but now they've had a few shootings in Bourbon Street and in the French Quarter. Oh.
Well, considering how important tourism is, you'd think that would motivate the people in charge of New Orleans to get on it.
Mm-hmm.
Start cracking down.
Yeah, but with everything going on in the state, it's technically in the world, but let's just say in the States right now, for the example of the fact that it's in the States, Detroit and a few other places, they're getting very violent, and people stealing out of nowhere, gang fights, people fighting, people shoot. It's
Mm.
maybe I'll be better next year. I'm just kidding. But like I said, to have somebody that lives over there telling you, you might want to reconsider, it's getting really fucking stupid here. Just, hear that warning. Don't make a decision right away, but hear that warning. You know what I mean? It's like if I was telling you, like you say, hey, Sim, I'm coming to Montreal. I'm like, yeah, but they have problem with people named Chris. You know what I mean? You'd probably reconsider it,
Mm. Doesn't hurt to ask, Lola. It's indeed funny if more people that know you see you in the red dress, which of course means you're the only one then.
Yeah.
More people that know you see you in the red dress.
Instead of you being the only one alone over there.
Yeah.
Because, what's the point if nobody can film you, nobody can do it? You know what I mean? Like, you need backup. You need somebody to go there. Like I said, if I could afford it, I'd probably go.
Oh,
Yeah, I
Anthony,
wouldn't give a fuck. I'd probably put in a dress there and just fucking run.
Anthony messaged me. He said, "I mean, it can be. Where did you plan on staying?" I said, "I don't know."
I was not planning on staying there. I was planning on running and getting the fuck out of there. But even Anthony's like, yeah, it can be. I'm like, oh, fudge. Ask him, is that going to be there to protect me? This is Sugar Chris reporting from a war zone, and we're in a red.
Let's see. Hex says he'll be at WonderCon in March, but that's in California. Hex, what are you doing down there?
Yeah, that's like the future, Detroit. What the hell?
All right.
And we ended up into Escape from LA area. No, I just said I'm gonna have to watch the movies today. Love Escape from New York and Escape from LA. They're pretty good. So what's he saying, Chatty Chris?
Oh, I told you what he said.
Oh, I thought he answered back to your question.
No.
Following. So let's keep the plan B in mind. Oh, and in case you're watching Beacon, I got your package. It just came in. It's weird how some things can take a month to get to you, and some others that are pretty expensive just come straight. Got a few copies of Seven Legions for when I do the con. And you send me a bottle of resin, 3D printed, 3D resin. And by the way, he was also very surprised on how much it cost to ship stuff. He sent me a box, cost him like $60-something. I was like, we need to find a way around it. But I think I figured out a way. I think I can use my company thing to create a label that goes from your place. If that makes sense. We'll check into it. Because it's stupid that even you, when you send me books, it costs you 50 something bucks. It's freaking ridiculous.
Oh, and what else was I gonna say? Oh yeah. What do you guys think in the chat of my last little video I did with the news thing? Was
I liked it.
because I know the stripper thing was not comic book related, but I thought it was a funny little thing that people might enjoy, and it helped to pad out the time a little bit on the video.
I thought it was hilarious.
You know, I didn't want. I just didn't know if people wanted like, oh well, that's not comic related, so I don't care. You know?
To be quite honest, I think that your main focus, you know, on books is it's a good thing, but to have a little funny, you know, commentary thing it's always fun. It's always fun. You know what I mean? Like it's breaking the rhythm. It's, you know, changing pace. Like I was not expecting it. I thought that was funny, and the fact that you keep them short and sweet would be it's kind of fun too.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep
But
about 5
saying
minutes.
that, I was gonna say something else. You might start thinking about doing those 15-second shorts now.
I don't know what to do with those shorts.
Well, you can take a clip out of one of those short videos of yours, or you just time yourself for 15 seconds going, hey, this is Red Dress Press. Today, plugging this book. Check it out. Type of thing, you know what I mean? Yeah, you could get a lot of views on those shorts, and I'm saying this to get monetized, so you can get a lot more views. Because, dude, there's some of my shorts that I did that I have over 2,700 views.
Yeah.
Just saying, it might get your views up pretty quick.
I guess I can try and figure out how to do all that. I don't know.
I like how you mispronounce Ali's name.
I read a lot of
Sanguinus.
Portuguese, so I probably called her like Sanguinius or something because of 40K Warhammer.
Mm-hmm.
Since her name's like what? Sanguis or Ali? God damn it. Now, because I never call her.
Ali
by her
Sangue.
last name.
It's sanguine.
Or, yeah, Sanguis. Yeah. Sanguis. I just know her as Ali.
I know her as the egg beater girl.
Oh my gosh, yeah, because that was the only thing he said. I was like, yeah, she'll be happy. I hope to spread the word about her book. I'm sure. Yeah, I did a good thing. And then she's just like, you mispronounced my name. God damn it.
Nobody's happy.
So it says it wasn't comic related, but funny. You were doing what Red or Vinny does to spice up their videos.
And you know the old saying, eh? No good deed goes unpunished.
I just found it funny though, because like that chick does do a good job with a good takedown on that one. Apparently that stripper that did the takedown in that video, she is a champion of like the female high school wrestling team and stuff, and her dad was like a boxer and stuff. So that's why she could do it. Like holy shit. But I was looking into it because I was like, what is this? It's some sort of reality show, but there's other clips of this girl, and she does it multiple times where she just takes these girls down, and she keeps ranting about like a Christian. Like at one point, she's like yelling at the woman because she believes that the woman has a demon in her, and she's like, get out, demon. And she just because I work, and she goes and like they start arguing back and forth, but she's like, and then she gets behind her and takes her back and like slams her down face first on the floor and gets her in a side lock.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like, oh shit.
You know what that reminds me of? Remember that video of the guy that was walking around dressed like a wrestler, and he was walking around with a mattress? You remember that one?
Oh yeah.
He would just walk around and throw a mattress at the guy and just start wrestling anybody in the street.
Yeah, and he'd start wrestling.
Dude, that was fucking awesome. Like it's one of those things that I'd probably be walking down the street and somebody does this, and I'm like, oh yeah, okay, we're doing this.
Yeah, she just slams her down, puts her in the sidelock, just like, get out, get out. I couldn't show that one though, because like after that fight, like both her, like, because like before the fight even starts, like the girl who's screaming at the wrestler girl, like has her boobs out, just hanging out, like just casually got him peeking out, I'm like, but then after the fight, both girls' boobs are just hanging out. I'm like, oh my God.
Okay, where's that link?
I was like, yeah, I can't share that link. I can't put that on the video, Jesus. And this is on a TV show.
Really?
Yeah. It's on some network called Zeus. It was called, what was it called? Somebody's Cabaret, because it's like some, I guess, former exotic dancer, and she's like recruiting, making kind of like a competition to see who's gonna be dancers in her, show, her cabaret thing. So she gets these girls together and they like compete. And I was like, Jesus. Yeah, their boobs was just hanging out. I was like, oh my God. I was like, wow. Let's see. Someone Hex talking. Whatever you do with the channel, make sure you're enjoying it or you'll burn out quick. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. We've been there.
Yeah. I'm not minding the news things, doing those once in a while. Doing, of course, the streams twice a week. And I might start doing the reviews, the comic book reviews.
About time. Fuck.
Might do those. I don't know about
Kino. Does it get the slice, or does it get my thumbs up, or it gets the slice?
I don't mind the shorts. I don't mind it. I just don't know what I would even do with them. Because I got first short I did got like 400 views, and then the second one got like 40. And I was like, well, yeah, because I'm not really doing anything with them.
Yeah, but you're doing short videos. You're not doing shorts. That's the difference. When you're using shorts, you have to use your phone.
I mean, I'm talking about shorts. I did 2 shorts.
Okay. Because I know I saw one of your shorts.
Yeah, the one got 400 views, and then the other one only got like 40. But I was like, well, yeah, that makes sense. I'm not getting any views on them because like I'm not really doing anything interesting with them. And I was like, well, I don't know what I would even do.
We need to get you a little like, like red dress breasts, like little intro to catch the attention. You know what I mean?
Yeah. This just in.
This just in. And then you put the logo, red dress.
Poor Allie. Allie gets tagged in all the things.
Okay, give me a sec.
Notes.
I'll be back in a second.
But I did reach out to Allie about coming on the show, so we'll see if she can make it. Oh, feathers. Let's see. That dancer probably watched a lot of Only the Strong with Mark Dacascos in her childhood. Okay. Does Chris really think anyone believes he was disappointed that the girl's boobs were hanging out? Just letting the ladies breathe. Wow.
Pause de combien de temps?
How bold did I just do?
I was thinking maybe chicken burger. T'as déjà mangé de là? Donc, tu allais m'en chercher un? I'm back.
Hmm.
What did I miss? Coming soon, a video on Chris abandoning family in the Philippines. Baby, the story of Baby.
More lies. What? At least you didn't send pics of your D out to anyone at CG. What?
Don't get into it. The old regular scandal always popping out every year or so.
Yeah, that seems to happen a lot with CG. People
I
just
know, right? It's
putting
always
out-
around the
putting
same
it out.
people. It's kind of weird.
They just keep putting. I mean, quit sending them. Jeez.
Yeah, stop being so desperate.
Yeah.
Sim, Chris is shopping. Okay. You were shopping? That's what he's telling me while I was gone to the
No,
bathroom.
I wasn't shopping. I sent a message to Figaro. He asked me when was I thinking about coming down. Gosh, always fussing at me. Can't catch a break.
And if you go down, you have to make sure to eat some crawfish. Just saying.
I'd like to be able to go down. I don't know.
Well, keep it in mind, dude. At least you have a second option, and you know that people are pretty much into it. Like they like the idea of the second plan too. So it's not like people are going, "Oh no, it's shitty." You're not backing down. You just don't want to get shot in your ass while your ass is in a red dress. It's kind of hard to run and hide. You know what I mean?
I just really don't like promising something all this time and then turning around and be like, no, not going to do it. Changing the plan.
So it's like hashtag totally shopping. Hashtag admit it. Yeah. He's already shopping for the red dress he's gonna wear. The art of Jay. I'd like to be able to go down. Sugar Chris 2023. Booty with a bullet wound.
I don't know. I guess all right. So I sent Lola a message.
I shot the red dress.
Yeah, I sent Lola a message. Answered back Figaro. So
I did not shoot the Figaro.
I gotta get Mike. I gotta message back Mike Jimmy. Yeah, message him back. Get him on the show.
I'd like to go down under. Everybody's shocked that you said that you're gonna go down. I'd like to be able to go down.
Yeah, down to New Orleans. You degenerates. I don't know. I need to wrap this up.
Yeah, we're getting close to 2 hours.
What is
I
this?
might go take a nap again.
So join it. Okay, there. The things I'm gonna deal with. All right. Yeah, I need to wrap this up. So thanks everybody for joining us. Let me think. What's today? Monday. Yeah, we'll have another guest on Wednesday for sure. Let me see who it is, because I know I got somebody lined up. It's Lori Calcaterra, Path of the Pale Rider lady. Yeah. And
I'm
she
gonna
was
get
a
my
fun-
sleeping back on track and be on time. God damn it.
Yeah, she was a fun guest. She was nice. But she'll be joining us on Wednesday. So we'll be seeing y'all then. Hopefully we'll see Sam if he's not, over sleeping like a baby.
Oh, I'll be there. It's Monday. That one's Wednesday.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But hopefully I get this all.
But like I
finished.
told you, dude, the fact I took a nap and it was one of those I'm awake like half an hour before the show, and you're like, oh, I still have 30 minutes. Oh, it's so comfy in my blankie. I'll just stay here for a second, and then you're like, oh.
All right. Thanks for joining us, everybody. And we'll see you on the next one.
Later.